not merely seeing reality, it is touching the truth.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Chronic Gamer. My name is Matt, and this is my final thoughts and redirect for Stage 4, Acts 6 and 7 of Initial D. So go ahead, click the link in the description, check that out, come back here, let me know what you think in the comments section. If you're watching this on YouTube and you want to see the next 2 weeks worth of reactions, check out my Patreon. The link is also in the description. And over there, I post early access reactions to all the videos I post here on YouTube, with the exception of My Hero Academia and games. So yeah, if you're interested, check that out. Okay, so I decided to only do 2 episodes this time. I've been having some technical difficulties with my PC, and I really don't want to lose footage. So because these episodes are closer to 25, 26 minutes rather than 22 minutes, with talking and everything, 2 episodes come close to an hour anyway. So I've decided to just do the 2 and, call it at that, because if I were to have my PC act up again in the middle of recording, there's a chance that I would just lose all the footage, and nobody wants that. So, plus, who cares if it takes a little longer to get through Initial D? That's just, more time that we get to enjoy Initial D, I suppose. But, yeah, these episodes were fantastic. We continued the race right where, well, I should say we pretty much started the race over. Not that they really got far at all in the last reaction video. So we started that race over with the dude from the Toto school who was like the professional who came. He thought that he was like gonna win, no problem, never gonna learn anything from this race. It's not even gonna be a contest. And he was so sure of himself, but upon racing Takumi, like everybody else who's raced Takumi up until now, he learned a lesson, and it was really fun to watch this dude learn a lesson. Up until now, I don't know if we've had anybody as experienced and as good as this driver here. We have seen other great drivers, but most of them were, I should say all of them were from the street racing circuit instead of the pro circuit. So this is definitely probably the most formidable. Like I was saying in the reaction video, I don't think this was the most exciting of the races that we've seen, but it was definitely probably one of the toughest, just for the fact that this dude was so good. I mean, he pulled ahead of Takumi more than once in this race, and even Takumi was like, wow, but the cool thing is Takumi was able to pull back in front of him, and even that guy was admitting to himself that nobody has ever pulled in front of him once he has taken the lead. So that's impressive in itself. In the end, Takumi ended up using his own tricks against him. He shut off his headlights, which was a cool move, but he ended up using the blind spot, which they called like the vanishing line within the race. I don't know exactly, but it's some sort of way to describe the fact that he's using the blind spot to his advantage to not be seen while he's overtaking. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but it was really cool to watch. First, the other guy whose name I'm totally forgetting used it against Takumi, but then Takumi used it against him, and it was really cool to see his own moves used against the guy. That was probably one of my favorite parts of the whole race. But in the end, he swerved, and he said that he swerved because an animal was in the road. I didn't catch that. Maybe it did happen, so timestamp it if there was an animal who jumped out in front of him, but I'm not sure what he was talking about there, if that was just his excuse for losing. But in the end, he was a good sport about it, just like everyone else we've seen, and I really appreciate that. And he learned from the race. He learned that if he's ever in a slump, he can go back to his roots, and that there's still so much to learn in street racing, that he shouldn't think that he's all that just because he's a professional in professional circuit. And I thought that was really cool, and it's a lesson that the dude in the following episode probably needs to learn, because Itsuki got his 85 fitted with the turbo like he said he would, and first thing they did was go up the mountain in Akina and immediately get trash talked by some rando who was up there who nobody gives a shit about. He was up there just to talk shit and instigate, and Ikitani was really good with his talk back, but unfortunately he was not able to keep up with them in the race. But Takumi was driving the 85 and he was not far behind, so he made the guy look like the chump that he actually was. I don't know why that dude had such a problem. He's like, oh, I was just here to be nice and talk about cars, but you all had to be jerks. Now, fuck you, dude. You showed up and you were being a real condescending dick. And I'm glad that both Igatani with his trash talk and Takumi with his driving were able to put this dude in his place, and he almost beat it with the running off with the edge there. So that was really fun. Bunta looks like he might be buying some sort of blue car of some kind. I don't know. I'm like not a super car expert or anything, so it's not like I can just pick out what car that is just from seeing it right off the bat. But he was able to smoke Takumi when he was driving on Akina by himself. And at first I didn't know who it was, but after hearing Bunta is buying his own ride, presumably and hopefully to give Takumi full reign over the 86. I don't know if he'll officially say it's your car. As of right now, it's half his and half Bunta's, but Bunta's buying his own thing, and if anyone could smoke Takumi, it would be Bunta. That would be my guess anyway. It's because Bunta was known as that guy back in the day, and he drove the 86, and he's got a lot of tricks, I'm sure, up his sleeve that we don't know about because we've never really seen him race. Just talk about it. And he seems to be like the most professional, or I shouldn't say the most knowledgeable of street racing of any of the characters on the series, including Ryosuke. So, yeah, that'll be interesting. I don't know what will become of Bunta with this new car, but I'm hoping to see him race, maybe even against Takumi. That would be cool. But yeah, these episodes were super fun. The artwork was super inconsistent yet again. I don't know why they keep changing people's hair colors and facial expressions, but at this point I'm noticing things that are like different in between episodes. Like even in this last episode, they drew Itsuki different multiple times. It looks weird to me, but other than that, really, I don't have any complaints. The animation is fantastic, and the artwork's not bad. It's just inconsistent, so... like hair colors, especially Ryosuke's hair. Like his hair has changed drastically. It looked fairly similar to the way it looks now in season 1, but with season 2 it changed to blonde, and then season 3 it was black again, and now it seems purple again. Like I don't get it, but yeah, whatever. But anyways, I'm gonna cut the video here. Let me know what you think in the comments section, and if you haven't already, like and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Chronic Gamer. Peace.